Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start this lesson by giving all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Machakodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Peace, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect of the house of Israel. All right. All right, so, Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying. Okay. And I might entitle it Victory Promised, or Victory Obtained Through Promise. Okay. So again, it says here in 2nd Ezra 7, and we're going to jump into that chapter. It says here, 2nd Ezra 7 and 6, there is also another thing. A city is builded and is set upon a broad field and is full of all good things. That kingdom, that city, in a sense, is a synonymous to the kingdom of heaven on earth. Okay, the inheritance of Jacob. We're going to go into it. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left. And on the left a deep water, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. Yahushai being the leader, the man that overcame and that showed us the example. Okay, Yahushua was the first man that was able to overcome these things, the affliction, and enter into that place. Okay, giving us an example of how we should obtain the like. Okay, and what we should do, what manner of walk we should walk in order to obtain those promises. Okay, that victory. Okay, and it reads, the entrance thereof is narrow and is set on a dangerous place to fall, as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water, and one only path between them, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he were to obtain all these things, the good things, the immortality, okay, being at one with the Most High, everything that you do would be righteous. Okay, the pleasures of raising a family, raising, having things in order. Okay, all these things, if it were given unto you, if he shall never pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? You have to be tested. You must be approved. Okay, this opportunity cannot be granted unto anyone. Okay, you must be a part of those that have overcome the test of faith. You must be tried, just as wisdom will try you to see if she can put her trust in you. Okay, because again, that value of the promise of victory, hey, it's to be a so-called, not so-called Salakia, it's to be a joint heir with Yahushai. Yahushai is no joke. Yahushai, we know what he had to endure to obtain these things. We know, if you are in this truth, if you're in the right mind, you have to know what you're involved in. And you understand that in order for you to obtain, you must suffer. You must, through much tribulation, will inherit the kingdom of heaven. So that path of fire and that path of water that is in the midst of the way to inherit that good city, okay, you have to overcome it and you have to go through it. Okay, there is no other way. Okay, so he said, and I said, is it so, Lord? Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion, and more specifically, the portion of the elect of the Most High, because they're going to be tested, approved. They're going to be tried. They're going to be tested. They're going to be approved. Okay. So if you jump to verse 17, then answered I and said, O Lord, thou bearest rule. Thou hast ordained in thy law that the righteous should inherit these things. The righteous, those that turn from their evil ways and follow after Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, as it says in Isaiah 55, that the evil man forsake his ways, and that they may turn to the Lord, for who may know that the Lord may pardon Through Yahweh Shai, we have access to pardon. We have access to forgiveness of sin, remission of sin. But it's only through Yahweh Shai. Okay? You see? So again, in order for you to be found righteous, you have to believe in Yahweh Shai. Because if not, you make the Lord a liar, which means that there is no light in you. Okay? So again, that the righteous should inherit these things, but that the ungodly, okay, the unfaithful should perish. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for wide. So yes, you're gonna suffer, but you're gonna hope at least you're gonna have that confidence in the fact that even though you're suffering now, you're still gonna inherit the kingdom of heaven. You're still gonna be a joint heir with Yahweh Shai and everything else that comes with it. You're gonna have access to these things. Okay, for they that have done wickedly have suffered the straight things and yet shall not see the wide. So all these people that are uh starting with the Israelites, okay, the wicked of our people, okay, they might not they suffer as well, because again, as soon as you're born into the we're born into a time where the wicked are in rulership, so of course you're gonna catch hell regardless. Okay, you might catch less hell that that's in the truth, okay, or someone that's following after righteousness, okay, you see, but you're still catching hell. It doesn't matter. Okay, there's life is about ups and downs. Okay, and managing it. Okay, how how far you're willing to go towards the light or towards the dark to resolve your problems. Okay, that's what life is about. The ups and downs, and how which way are you going to face these afflictions and tribulation? Are you going more to the left to solve your problems, or are you going more to the right to solve your problems? Okay, so it says here, nevertheless, it's like in verse 19, and he said unto me, there is no judge above the Most High, and none that had understanding above the highest. For there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of the Most High that is set before them. There are a lot of people that will not inherit the victory. A lot of people will not inherit the victory because they disobeyed. Disobedience leads us, detaches us from the Most High. Okay, without faith, it is impossible to please the Lord. Okay, because you have to believe that He is. If you disobey Yahweh Bashim Yahushai by not, if you disobey the Lord, first of all, that you're going against your whole purpose. The Lord created us for us to serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushai with all our hopes, minds, and with all our mind, soul, and body, to serve the Lord. Okay, and to fear Him. Okay, and to fear the Lord, to fear the Lord is to keep His commandments. So not only believe in Him but fear Him, and that all goes into obeying Him. Okay, so the fact that many perish because they choose to disobey, they go against their purpose. Okay, and a light bulb that doesn't produce light, you throw it out. Okay, a a let's say a car that won't start, you fix it, but to the point where if it can't be fixed, you throw it out, you get a new one, right? You replace it. You will not retain a apple tree that doesn't produce fruit. You cut it off and you plant another one. You see, you replace it, and that's how the Lord is dealing with the wicked of our people. You refuse to turn to the Lord. Okay, I'll reset you. And again, that goes into the mercy of the Lord, because again, all Israel shall be saved. So even the fact that they have not obtained the victory on this side, they will be partakers of the victory through the loins, through reincarnation. Okay, coming back in the right mind, because that is the love of the Most High. Okay, the wrath of the Lord endured not forever. Okay, towards his children. Okay. So it says here, for the Most High had given straight commandments to such as came what they should do to live, even as even as they came what they should observe to avoid punishment. Okay, so that punishment is judgment. So the Lord told us everything that we have to do in order to obtain victory. It's not like we're walking in darkness, not knowing what we have to do. He gave us Yahweh Shai, that true light, to show us the way, to show us the path, to enlighten us, to lead us back into the truth. And if you're walking after Yahweh Shai, as it says, if you in order to be His disciple, you have to walk after Him. Okay, pick up your burden and walk after Him. Okay, and Yahweh Shai, that good shepherd, He leads you back to life. He leads you back to the Father. It says, whosoever findeth me findeth life. And that is what we're looking for. That is what we're striving for. Immortality. to do the things that are pleasing unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, again, we have that example in Yahweh Shai. We are not clueless to what we have to do to inherit victory and to avoid judgment. Nevertheless, they were not obedient, but spake against him and imagined vain things, and deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High that he is not, and knew not his way. But his laws have they despised and denied his covenants, and his statutes have they not been faithful, and have not performed his work. And therefore Esdras, for the empty are the empty things, for the unfaithful are the unfaithful things, and for the full are the full things, for the believers, for the faithful, for the righteous are the good things. Okay? You don't want to believe in me? Fine. Okay? So you will obtain nothing. You'll obtain death and destruction, judgment. If you believe in me, you'll be rewarded, greatly rewarded, beyond your wildest dreams. Okay? And that is what, and again, that comes with, as it says, not all men have faith. The Lord has to give you that special ingredient of faith, okay, for you, in order for you to even have access to these things. Okay? You see, not all is, Israel, some of our people, they have been blinded. As it says, the election have obtained, but the rest were blinded. Okay, till this day. Okay, some of our people still refuse to acknowledge the higher power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, until the time where, as it says, what, in the day of thy power, thy people shall be willing. Okay, so in the time where these people are struggling to find food, struggling to survive, struggling to come up with answers to the evils that the Lord is bringing upon this earth. Okay, that's when they're gonna find out, like, oh yeah, maybe these guys in the corners that were talking about this God of theirs that is gonna bring evil, they were right. Okay, as it says, in that time, then should they know that a prophet was among them, and not only that a prophet was among them, but also that the power that they served, that the power that they proclaimed is real. Okay, so it goes here, jumping to 2nd Ezra 7, I'll jump to verse 42. And he answered me and said, this present life is not the end, where much glory doth abide. Therefore have they prayed for the weak. So again, this is not the end all be all. Okay, this place is gonna be destroyed. Okay, the way this way of life is for this side. Okay, just as death for the Israelites, sorrow, okay, mourning, all these things are things of this side, on this side. Okay, we're not gonna know, they're not gonna feel sorrow, grief, despair in the kingdom of heaven. Okay, this is all for this side. Okay, these buildings that we see, these high risers, all this is gonna be wiped away. Anything that goes against the will of the Lord is gonna be removed. Okay, you see, this is not the present life where much glory doth abide. Our kingdom, we're seeking for a place of rest, which is not here. So we're not invested, we're not fully invested in this world. Rather, we're seeking the kingdom of the Most High first. That is where our mind is. Where your mind, where your heart is, so where your treasure is, so there is your mind, your heart. Okay, our treasure is in the kingdom of heaven. Our treasure is in the above, where Yahweh Shai dwelleth. Okay, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time. Okay, and that's the day that we're looking for, the day of doom, the day of evil, the day where the Lord is going to bring judgment on the earth. Okay, and we pray that we may be found worthy to escape these things. Okay, the same thing as we read before, the Lord has given us what is needful to avoid judgment. The Lord gave us the blueprint in Yahweh Shai to be able to avoid judgment. Okay, and we pray that we do the things that are pleasing unto Him, so that we can obtain that mercy. Okay, again, it says here, but the day of doom shall be the end of that time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past. Corruption will be past on this side, when Yahweh shall return in the twinkling of in the twinkling of an eye, we shall be changed and appear as He is. We do not know what Yahweh shall looks like, but when He returns, we will resemble like unto Him, and He will change our vile body unto His glorious body. Okay, we're gonna resemble Yahweh Shai in our angelic forms, in our eternal form. Okay, roughly paraphrasing. Okay, through the Spirit. Okay, it says here, intemperance is at an end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up. Okay, so in that time when Yahweh Shai returns, aka the truth, okay, the light, the way, okay, the answer, the one. When Yahweh Shai returns with the armies of the spiritual realm, when the Lord comes with his army on this realm, okay, to fight against Esau Edom, the so-called white man, and his devils and his army, okay, and defeats them, the whole army, well, is basically gonna be Yahushai and the spiritual army versus the world. Okay, when Yahushua puts all these armies, when you destroy all those armies and put crowns upon his own head and takes over the earth, a total righteous takeover. Okay, this is when righteousness, love, peace, okay, the fear of the Most High will increase on the earth. Okay, but even before that, man, that's really the climax, the end of the movie we call life. Okay, well, the end of this movie, what we call death, really, because it's death in a sense where Isa Edom is ruling. Okay, he's only promoting death. But when Yahushua comes, he'll put an end to all that folly. Okay, and righteousness will be set up. It says, folly is set in great honor. When Yahushua returns, righteousness, fear of the Lord, peace, loving, those are going to be set those are the things that are going to be exalted. Okay, then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor oppress him that had gotten the victory. And that's what we're hoping for. Because once the Lord Yahushua puts a crown on your head, no one will be able to take it off. Okay, unless you take it off yourself, man. Unless there's not gonna be an instant where someone a heathen will tell you to put down your crown and you'll do it, man. No way. Okay, you see, everything will be in order, and that will, in that point, at that time, that you'll understand that you have obtained the victory that you so longed for. Okay, it says here in verse 75, then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle which man is born upon the earth, Salakia, which man that is born upon the earth shall fight. It shall fight. So yes, we gotta fight. We gotta fight this fight of faith, man, even unto the end, endure unto the end. That if he overcome, he shall suffer, as thou hast said. But if Salakia, that if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. But if he had gotten the victory, he shall receive the things that I said. So bringing it back to all the way back to the beginning of the chapter, speaking of that city, inheritance of immortality. Okay, the pleasures of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and being a joint heir with Yahushai. That is what comes with the victory and all the goodies that come with being a son of the Most High. Okay, we shall obtain if you endure unto the end. If you are overcome, you will suffer. Regardless, you're gonna suffer. On the left hand and on the right hand, you're gonna catch hell. Okay, but it's better to catch hell for righteousness' sake because the reward is even greater. Okay, but for this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people while he lived, saying, "Choose thee life that thou mayest live." So again, we have that choice. Okay, no, really, it's the choice of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua because He knows from the beginning who was meant to be saved. But us being in this truth, we have that opportunity, man. The Lord called us, and it's for us now to, well, it's for us now, but we pray unto the Lord to put a spirit in us to seek Him and want to serve Him and to obtain that victory. And it says here, again, victory. It says here, victory. 1 John 1 and 4. For what? First John 1 and I'll start at 3. For this is the love that the Most High, this is the love of the Most High, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous. So again, bringing it back to the things that the Lord has given us to keep. Okay, what the Lord has instructed us to do in order to avoid punishment. We keep those things, and we can truly say that we not only love the Most High, but we also love one another. Okay, for whatsoever is born of the Most High overcometh the world. So if you overcome the world, okay, you will obtain victory. Okay, because this is the victor, because again, greater is He that is in you than he that is in the world. So if you're born of the Most High, and the Most High is truly in you, and Yahushua is really in you, that means that you will overcome the world. Okay, even either in death or either through faith. Okay, and this, as it says, and this is the and this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith. And who is he that overcometh the world but he that believeth that Yahweh Shai is the Son of the Most High? So through your faith in this doctrine, through your faith in this word, believing in the spirit and truth and sincerity, according to the light, according to the law, statutes, and commandments, according to the testimony, according to the Bible from Genesis, the Revelation, or even the book of, or even the Apocrypha. Okay, you see, you believe in these words. Okay, through these words which are life. Okay, the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, you will obtain victory. So okay, so again, a quick exhortation for you to keep enduring, because yes, we catch hell, but the hell that we catch is unto salvation. Okay, so Lord willing, this was edifying. Until next lesson, shalom, shalom, shalom.